What's up, guys? Iron Arrow here with another video today. Today's video is going to be special as I'm joined by my friends Blammers, the Holy Paladin, and Mongo, the other guy who appears in various videos. Today's episode is special because it is the first episode of our new podcast called The Meeting Stone. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe, like the channel, and keep supporting us as we continue on this momentous journey. Alright, so let's get into some WoW topics, I guess, to start, since this channel is primarily about World of Warcraft. So, we were talking last night when we were planning all this out about the hotfixes that have recently come up. And Lammers there pointed out something that was kind of hilarious. Um, so apparently in our first augmentation video, what were you saying? The Ebon
Yeah, I
Might?
guess there was a bug that maybe Ebon Might wasn't affecting kill command damage prior to the 28th.
Yeah, here it
So
is.
in our
So
first video, some major damage was possibly not reported to be buffed, and that was the point of the video.
yeah, so make a video about the amount of damage that is being buffed, and then yeah, I found it now. So apparently for Hunter, Beast Mastery, and Survival, they fixed an issue on the 28th of July where Ebon Might did not properly increase the damage of Kill Command, which as a Beastmaster is your primary damage, so that's fun. Thank you, Blizzard, for that. Um, Coming up too, I guess in it's the next like big patch, right? They're changing the Mega Dungeon. They're splitting it in two parts, I guess, to make it smaller. And there's going to be queues for heroic difficulty, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Outside of that, there's also that new Racing Cup that's coming too. The sad part is we didn't actually even get to do any of the Mega Dungeon yet. Just haven't had the time.
Or gear score.
Yes, or gear score. Listen, I thought that we should have tried it regardless of your gear score. I think we could have made it work.
All right, let's do it right now.
You want to do it right now?
Right now.
Three of
Two.
us.
Yeah,
Yep.
just three of us. Don't get any tank or healer. Wait, you are the healer. Never mind.
Let's get 2 healers.
Two healers, two and what? 3 DPS?
Yeah.
No tank.
Great comp.
I don't even know the mechanics of the dungeon. I haven't even looked at it. But I mean, what? So obviously, coming from the way Shadowlands was at the end, it was not great, unless you were Monko and enjoyed doing daily quests every day. I still don't know how you did that for 2 years straight.
Stuck it out for reputation.
Listen, I couldn't do Zereth Mortis. But you were there faithfully every day.
That I was.
How do we feel about the changes since Shadowlands going into the new expansion and then of course going into season 2? Do we think the game is in a better state than it was? What are our likes and dislikes?
Ooh. I don't know, man. I like it better, yeah. Beyond
Yeah.
that, I don't know what to offer you.
What about you there, Mongo?
Pretty much the same.
That's good. That's good information. That's very valuable.
Well, I mean, Shadowlands and like Portia, like it just wasn't good.
Right.
Some good ideas, but overall just bad.
I felt like the zones were very separated in Shadowlands.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
no,
like the fluidity that Dragonflight has now, especially with the new mount system. Makes it a lot better.
yeah.
Um, I mean, outside
Probably
of that,
stand to get these dragon riding mounts, more of them.
yeah, that can definitely be something that I think would be better because there's a lot of people that like mount collecting, Mongo being
Mhm.
one of them.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's what, 6 of them now, dragon riding mounts.
Yeah.
So I think they need to. I wish that they would open up the other mounts to the dragon riding style of flying, which I don't know if they actually talked about that or if we made that up in our heads.
No, they said
Uh,
about it. Eventually.
I guess eventually that's a thing that's going to be coming to the game, but I just don't know when. I don't know if they've even released anything about that. Trying to look and see if there's anything on the website right now, but I am not seeing it.
They never put a specific date when they release anything.
I mean, that's true. Coming up in the trading post, though, so this is actually maybe interesting for some people. There's the new class sets coming, I guess next month through December.
I've seen something about that.
So there's the new armor set. So
Yeah.
this will be good for you, Blammers, because there's the paladin stuff. It looks like is coming out first.
I feel like they were weird looking to me though. There's like 3-piece sets almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Like
kind
if you
of.
pull up the images themselves, it's
I do
yeah.
have them up. Let me try and drag this
It
onto
looks
the
like a
screen.
helm, shoulders, and maybe like cloak or something.
So pull it up on the screen now. Um, yeah, it's like a. I mean, from the front image, they're showing like a helm, shoulders, and a belt.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, and it's paladin, priest, and rogue. Paladin weapons. Oh, they're coming out with 3 weapons too, I guess, for each.
Yeah, good news for you. Hunter comes last.
I mean, that's pretty much typical, right?
To
Hunters don't get no love. I'm just scrolling through this now, so if people want to check it out. Yeah. So, I mean, some of this stuff looks pretty interesting. But of course, here we go, December. There's Hunter. What the hell is that?
best looking gear in the game, baby boy.
Why do we always get the... I don't even know what to say about this. Are we getting good weapons at least? Alright, so it looks like every other
Sure, there's
bow
a
that they've ever
bow.
made. Uh, what are you gonna do, I guess, right? Goodness. Um, I mean, outside of that, I really don't know. I mean, what is, the only other thing I can think of that's really coming soon is the, dragon riding Eastern Kingdoms Cup thing.
Yeah, next patch isn't exactly inspiring, but what are
I,
you gonna
th-
do?
I think the one after that, the big patch update's supposed to be better, right? Or am I, like, messing that up? Is that when we go into Season 3?
Haven't done enough research to give you that answer, man.
I'm not even sure. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Pull up the roadmap, as they say. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so it looks like um, the next big patch, 10.2, will be when Season 3 starts, which is going to be sometime in the fall. So there are well, this will be good for you, Mongo, because there's new storylines coming out.
Yeah,
You love questing.
I do.
That's coming in the next update. Fury Incarnate is what it's called, I guess. And there's going to be allegedly new public events called Dream Surges.
Is that like the time rift stuff?
I am not sure. Let's see. I don't know if they actually say anything here about it. They don't right now, and I'm not going to sit here trying to look through it. But yeah, I guess there's new story stuff with Tyr, and then there's going to be a holiday thing, I guess, for Halloween and stuff. There's also, oh, look at this. This is nice. So there's Hollow's End for the holiday, and there's Brewfest.
Yeah. You never did Brewfest?
I never did Brewfest.
You
We should
gotta-
clarify, right? So, like, I've only been playing since April of 2022. I'm not one of these OGs like Mongo is. And then you were returned to the game.
Also, I think they said they're going to be hitting up a updated version of the Headless Horseman mount in some way. If I remember
Oh.
hearing correctly.
The mount that Mongo still doesn't have.
Not really sure how. I don't remember it being that difficult to get.
Well,
It never dropped for me. I don't know what to tell you.
the thing that's funny to me though is that you remember that day that we were playing, or I think I was on, and I said there was people complaining they never got Tyrael's charger out of the.
Yeah, me.
You never got it?
Not until the Loot Goblin.
That's what I mean. People were saying they didn't even get it out of the Loot Goblin.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know. Like, they were talking in Stormwind, and they were like, yeah, we did every Loot Goblin there was that we were on for, and we didn't drop any of it. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Because I think we did, what, 3 of them? We got everything.
I didn't get everything. I never got the bag.
Yeah. Well, you got the good stuff, I guess. Of course, bag space is probably important.
I mean, I'm not hurting, but yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's interesting. I didn't even know Brewfest was a thing. So
You can get a title, Brewmaster. You get to like sample beer.
You do
One-
brew
one
of the
month.
month club.
Yeah, that's
well,
the one.
that's exciting. And
Yeah.
speaking of brew of the month or brew of the week or whatever we want to call it, we have a beer we're going to try today. Give a review on. So what do we have here?
What's this called?
Green
This is
patch.
Dream Patch from Omgang Brewery, which I don't know where that is, but so it's brewed in partnership with Leafmans, which allegedly is in Belgium. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know that this was an import when I picked it up. I thought the can was pretty cool. Let me see if I can pull this up here real quick, if I can find the tab I have this in. Pull this up on the screen so you guys can see. Get this ad out of here. So Dream Patch, it's 6.5 ABV. It is a cherry, blueberry, and raspberry fruited sour. Apparently, so it's brewed, I guess, by Leafmans in Belgium, imported, and then it's packaged by Omgang in Cooperstown, New York. So, shout out to these guys. We're going to review your beer. Hope it's good. So, I guess let's crack them open and get into it. So, here we go. Cheers to you fellas. Let's see how this is. Interesting. So it's not overly sour.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
It's almost more like a cider almost. Am I like thinking of that the right way?
Hmm.
Hmm. It's fucking terrible.
Is that your official
That's
take?
my my assessment. That's Blamer's seal of unapproval.
We should clarify something though, right? So, Blammers is not a beer drinker, typically.
That's true.
So,
That being said, this tastes fucking awful.
so
It's tart, and it's not for me. But in the spirit of this show, I'm gonna drink this pile of shit.
I'm sorry, anyone that's ever been involved in the Gang Brewery in New York.
I'm sorry too. You guys should have worked harder.
Well,
But
so
anyway.
as I said, it's not overly
Good.
it's not overly sour. So if you're a big sour person, this is probably not the way to go. Because as Blammer said, it's tart. And don't confuse tart and sour. When I think of sour, I think of like warheads, like sour candy.
Hmm.
Like, is that? Would you agree with that, Mongo?
Yeah, it's definitely not sour. Sour, I think of like it was like Sour Patch Kids, sour gummy worms, that bullshit.
Yeah. This almost tastes like a wine.
I could agree with that,
You don't agree?
but I actually like wine, so there's that.
I don't get the wine, but
Really?
It's
No.
very fruity.
I thought that was a fair assessment.
fruity, yes. I wouldn't compare it to wine.
All right. So we have
It's
a. Go ahead. Give your official take, Mongo. Let's hear it from you.
it is a subtle sourness, if you want to call it that.
Let's get one thing clear. Do you like it?
I'm not. Not something I would say I need to go buy a 4-pack of these,
All right, so that's a hard no. Cool. We're all on the same page there. Good.
but it's something I can drink.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the
But
same place with him. I don't think I
I
would
wouldn't
ever.
go out of my way to get it again, but I mean,
Yeah, I
Would
wouldn't go out of my way to
you
get it.
throw it in a trash can first chance you get?
I would finish it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can't throw
we're
it
a little
away.
different there.
That's alcohol abuse. You can't do that.
I already said I'm gonna drink this mess.
You better. I got that special for you.
And drink it right into a drain.
Which drain?
Mongo's throat.
There it is. I'm kind of on the same page with Mongo there because I don't think it's something I would ever go out of my way to drink. But I mean, it's drinkable. That makes sense.
Who said like sour beers?
So
It might be
is
for them.
so is bleach, but we're not drinking that, are we?
Is bleach drinkable? Have you tried it?
I mean, you could do whatever you want to do, really.
I don't know that. I mean, you could. You could.
I wouldn't
certainly.
recommend it. No.
Yeah. For everyone out there, do not try drinking bleach. We don't want to know if it's good or not.
I mean, it's probably cleansing, right?
I think you'll die.
Soft. You're soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got something for you. It's not soft.
Oh boy.
But yeah, it's drinkable. If you are
No.
very into, apparently it's not. If you're very into sour beers,
You're lying to the general public. I'm just
it's-
trying to help people right now.
listen, it's got decent.
No.
It's got a 3.58 on Untapped.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it's got that.
Now I don't really use Untapped much, So I don't know if that's a high score. Do you know if that's a high score there, Mongo?
Let me try this again. Maybe I'm misjudging.
You said a 3.8?
It's a 3.58.
3.5. I would say it's average.
And that's out of almost 6,000 ratings.
All right,
Five.
second sip. I like it now.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, I'm kidding. It's terrible.
5 is the highest, so 3.58 would be a little above average.
Right.
It's not particularly liked by all, but
So this is actually kind of interesting. So if we look at the description here, it says this cherry berry fruited sour is here to stay. Apparently not in Blammer's house.
No.
Proof-
It's not welcome in my home.
Proof that dreams do come true. It's got bright cherries, tart raspberries, so there's that tartness that you talked about, and sweet blueberries balance out the assertive sour nature. I don't know if this sourness is assertive in any way whatsoever.
no.
I think the sourness is kind of like the creepy guy hiding outside your window at night trying to watch you change. He's like, you can tell he's there, but you can't really see him. It pours a rosy red with a light spritzy body and subtle bitterness. There, that's better. Subtle bitterness.
Yeah, I get that. Yes.
Apparently, they don't have a lot of sour stuff in Belgium because this is all they can handle.
Mm.
Does this mean Belgian people like can't handle things? What's going on right now?
Maybe they weren't trying to make an overly over the top sour beer.
I mean, there's definitely people out there that are not fans of sour things. So maybe this is for them.
But this is my issue with the world today. If
This is it. Whatever you're about to say, this is what's wrong.
no, if you're not a fan, right? I can't apparently get my browser off of my main window now. But if you're not a fan of sour things, why are you buying a fruited sour beer?
I mean, you bought it.
Well, sometimes I enjoy sours.
Right.
We were trying it.
Yes, there are good sours.
This is the point of this.
You chose one that's not good though.
We
All right, I'm being
That-
mean.
that-
now. I'm sorry. I'm
That's
kidding.
gonna happen sometimes. I don't know.
Nah.
You know what? I hope whatever you pick is disgusting.
It's gonna be apparently.
So we have our own little rating system we're gonna do for these so that we can keep track of this, right? So we're just gonna do it based off bronze, silver, and gold, like the currency is in World of Warcraft, right? So I'm gonna give this a silver because it's not absolutely
I'm
awful.
sorry. What?
I'm going in between. I'm in the middle.
I mean, you do you. I'm just.
Listen, it's
I don't know.
drinkable,
I don't know what's gotten into
Yeah.
you.
but it's not something that I would go out of my way to get. If you're really into sour stuff, don't get this because it's not super sour. But if you like something that kind of reminds you of a cider wine mixture with a little bitterness, this is probably for you. We already know what Blammer's rating is going to be. He's in the dumpster right now.
What is this? We're doing what now?
Yeah, he's not even listening. Are you drunk?
I'm playing WoW, dude.
he might be.
He might be.
I'm straight up doing Farrock stuff right now.
That's wild.
Doesn't take
You
much.
know,
for
yeah.
him.
I feel like you're judging me, man.
What are you talking about?
Mongo. Never mind. I just let it go. Let it go.
No. Well, let's dive into this. What's going on?
I think that was it.
I don't even know what he said.
I try to tune him out as much as possible. I don't know.
All right, Mongo, what are you giving it?
I also give it a silver. It's a middle of the road. Not bad, not great.
All right, so we got 2 silvers and a bronze.
Something lower than that, or
No, it's a 3-point system.
Yeah,
It's either
bronze.
bad, it's average, or it's good.
a
We're not going to overcomplicate this.
very low bronze.
Very low bronze. Is that like half a shekel?
Yeah, it's not even worth the shekels. You know.
All right, so
You know what's funny is I actually don't hate it that much. I'm just being mean.
you're supposed to give accurate reviews, man. You're misleading.
accurate.
You're
I don't
misleading the
like
general
it.
public right now.
I don't like it. Don't
This is some-
misinterpret me
This
here.
is something else. See if I can actually get this off my screen now and pull it over to the other monitor. There we go. Cool. All right. So while we try to enjoy this bitter beer, anybody see this alien stuff that's going on in the news? Or I
Read
guess
about
being
it.
hidden from the news?
Doing some reading about it, yeah.
Did you find anything curious about it?
It's the same usual crap.
You know what I find curious is that it's not talked about like at all.
Yeah, that's kind
Like
of the
we're talking about it, but
So as I'm looking through like this stuff right now, because I just Googled the dude. So the guy, the whistleblower that just testified in Congress, right? His name is David Grush, and he worked for the Air Force for 14 years, and he was also part of the Geospatial Intelligence Agency, whatever that means.
I would assume it means he should know what he's talking about.
You would think, right?
Mhm.
I
So,
hope.
so he testified in front of Congress that the U.S. has non-human. Let's see if I can actually pull up the actual thing. So intact and partially intact craft of non-human origins, and
Okay, so we got a spaceship, yeah.
essentially, yeah, it's a fancy way of saying they have a spaceship, right?
Mhm.
Um, and then what was the other thing? They had what, biologics? I think we
Yeah, that's a pretty broad term.
So so he told the people, I guess Congress, whatever, that the objects are of exotic origin, non-human intelligence, whether extraterrestrial or unknown, based on the vehicle morphologies and material science testing in the possession of unique atomic arrangements and radiological signatures. So, I mean, it sounds like a spaceship, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's always funny to me that they want to talk, like they bring it up, right? And so it's like their exotic origin, non-human intelligence, whether extraterrestrial or unknown. Now, if it's a ship, right? If we don't know about it, then who else made it?
Russia.
I mean, they're people too.
Ah, shit, you're right.
Still like playing dumb though.
Yeah, it's like, oh. So he was a decorated former combat officer in Afghanistan, a veteran of the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, and the National Reconnaissance Office.
Did you watch any of the actual hearings?
I did not.
No.
I'm just going based off of the news articles right now.
He's an interesting looking fella. I'm gonna tell you that. Not that he's like weird looking. It's just the way he talks. He like has this smug ass look on his face, like he like is hiding shit. Like he knows more than he's letting on. Essentially, is what I mean. And it's like if you're gonna be a whistleblower, like at what point is like just spit it out, man. Like why hide anything at this point? You're already dropping the ball here and telling everybody the truth. So
do we think
why not just say everything you know?
Right. Do you think that perhaps it's planned that they do it that way? So maybe he's not really a whistleblower at all. They're just making him look like one.
Thing though is right by testifying in front of Congress. If he's not real, that dude's never going to see the light of day from a prison again.
I mean, yeah, but
the government's done worse, so he could still be lying.
I feel like though that they're not going to let him come in and testify, and then like he just goes out and they're like, yeah, cool, that was nice.
I mean, why can't you testify? You can lie under oath. It wouldn't be the first time somebody's done it.
Yeah, but I'm saying if there was no truth at all to it, then that would mean that he lied, right? Like they should know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine if he was completely lying? Government's just like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
Yeah, they're all confused.
Like, this guy's talking about aliens? Did we test this guy's psyche?
We let him work for us for the past 14 years? What is going on right now?
Yeah, God, I drank more of that beer. Ugh.
It's not that bad.
No.
Actually, it's not. I keep doing this.
It's okay. I like the dramatic effect.
I mean, it's not my fault they made a terrible beer. I'm just trying to say.
Well, you get to pick the next one. So,
Yeah. All right.
do you
All
think
right, we're gonna get what's this beer called? Sprite.
I don't know that works that way, bud.
Well, I get to pick.
Could you
said it.
imagine? Can you imagine doing a review of Sprite? In case you guys haven't had this before,
Yeah, it's very bubbly.
it's available at any of your local supermarkets. Of course, nowadays the beer is too, but
Most beers, yes.
yeah, probably not Dream Patch. This is something you might have to search for.
Yeah, and what's it called? The garbage.
You think the aliens would like it?
No, they'd probably probe us, and we'd be at intergalactic war over this shit.
Yeah, you call this a beer?
They'd be like, "They're fucking attacking us! Kill, kill, kill!"
Yeah, they're giving us this poison to drink. That'd be something. What if they are so advanced that they don't drink alcohol because it is technically poison?
I mean, it actually kind of is, right?
I
That's the
mean,
point.
yeah, essentially.
Sure.
But I wouldn't want to live in a world like that.
I mean, you're not an alien. I think you're not, right?
What?
Ah, shit.
Oh no, he's onto us. Oh boy.
All right, anyway, back to Mr. Grush. Anything?
Yeah, so-
Anything else to discuss with this freak show?
I'm looking through stuff as we're talking here. He said a bunch of stuff like he apparently he gave Congress and the intelligence community inspector general, whatever that means, extensive classified information about deeply covert programs involving the alleged alien aircraft.
How, by the way, is he allowed to even talk about this stuff?
Well, let's see if it says anything. So number one, here's what you need to know according to this random website I'm on.
It's
David
not
Grush. Huh?
I said if it's not classified, I mean, he can talk about it.
Mago, there's
Yeah.
no fucking shot that if anybody involved with aliens, if they exist, that shit wasn't classified as hell.
Well, there's been whistleblowers for years, but the problem is nobody listens. Like even with this, nobody's even talking about it. We had that.
Have we ever had somebody go in front of Congress and state that there are alien aircrafts and biological shit? What does that even mean?
It's another way of
real,
saying. It's another way of saying alien.
Bodies.
Yeah, but dude,
Yeah.
not that I could say the goddamn word, but like, just by definition, like that could be hair, shit, a body.
Maybe
Maybe a
they-
lot of shit, man.
Maybe they found
Yeah.
the aliens shit themselves when they crashed.
Yeah. They
Yeah, they
they
flew
make it
down.
very-
They tasted this beer. They shit themselves, and they left some samples.
Yeah, they leave it very vague as to how they describe it.
So David Grush accused the government of illegally withholding information on recovered UFOs from Congress.
I mean, that seems probable.
It does say he's willing to talk about it in the secure locations.
Yeah.
Fucking Congress isn't secure?
No, not when it's an open,
Apparently not.
like no
I'm-
recording devices, no cell phones, no nothing. Where it's just
So see, he is
Completely-
hiding it. He's just
If
that's
this
why
thing's
he's
in
being
front of
so
Congress and somebody shoots at him or some shit and tries to kill him, I'm gonna go, all right, I believe this fucking guy.
vague. I mean, so here. So you were wondering about the biologics, right? So Grush told
That's
News,
the word I was trying to say.
yeah, News Nation, the government had encountered quote dead pilots in the UFOs. They were
Can we also state that these pilots can't fly for shit then?
I mean, how many UFO crashes have we had versus plane crashes?
I
think they're winning.
If you want to go with facts, this one. That's what we know about it.
Besides, I mean, we can't even fly
Oh,
into
well,
space
she
half
got
the
Area
time.
51 though too, right?
mm-hmm.
What
And
about
it's
it?
weather balloons. Like you said,
Well,
how
yeah.
many crashes have we had?
Well, yeah, because that goes back to I don't even know. Like you got Roswell in there. Was that the first one?
Yeah, that's what I meant with
First
Area
big one,
51.
yes.
So
The
yeah, they
weather
had.
balloon.
But maybe they might even have this stuff still from then.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
I mean, that was what 1947. Roswell happened, New Mexico, in the July. It's been
Good
we
year.
just had the anniversary, right? Um,
Yeah.
they they apparently I'm assuming they probably still have all the stuff from then,
They wouldn't get rid of it, no.
right? And so apparently the
They-
pilots were beyond reproach,
Oh, they were toast, huh?
toasted.
Uh, yeah.
So let's see.
So that was a
Yeah.
rough crash.
I imagine that based off all the accounts that people have of UFOs and the way they move, that if they do lose control, it's probably pretty devastating. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Certainly.
we also don't know what they are physiologically. So, like, I mean, maybe they're squishy people. Like,
Maybe they're squishy
for
people.
real.
They're wearing cloth.
I mean, you see enough like movies, and granted, that's just movies or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
But
our
like,
perception of
they're
what they
always
are.
depicted as like, you know, squishy.
Let's be honest. They could be. They could look just like us, but just be from the future, or
I mean,
not
maybe
the
like
future,
you.
but like
They're not gonna look like me.
I mean that has been said before, right?
Big facts.
But I mean, so they have, allegedly have bodies, right? The Pentagon
Yeah.
denies discovering any verifiable information about programs in possession of extraterrestrial materials. Which
I mean, the implications of that, like of having aliens and covering it up and all that, like that's gonna be quite something.
yeah. Well, the thing to keep in mind too. So there was a program the government had about UFOs. So I don't know. Like a lot of
Which one
people
are we
don't.
talking about?
It was Project Blue Book.
Yeah, it was a show as well.
Yes, yes. So this has actually the government has actually looked into this. So that tells me, because like there's a little snippet here about it. So more than 50 years ago is when they ended it. It was an effort to catalog and understand sightings of objects in the air that could not otherwise be explained. So for 20 years, they had treated unidentified anomalies in our airspace as a national security threat to be monitored and investigated. And in 2017, we learned for the first time that the Department of Defense had quietly restarted a similar program. I didn't know that part.
I feel like
So-
the government has to look into all things, whether tangible or not.
Well,
And whether that's like a public project or not is most likely.
Well,
Not very.
here's my thing with this now, right? So obviously, Project Blue Book was ended more than 50 years ago. Our technology has vastly grown, like tremendously since then.
Oh, we've had technological explosions, yeah.
So
Since Roswell, even. I mean,
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah,
taken quite a leap.
if you look back, right? So 1947.
I'll be the
compared
first to
now-
say thank God for these aliens, because if I didn't have Wi-Fi, I don't know, man.
That's the thing. There's been a huge, especially if you look at human history in general. Like, it has, we've grown probably more in the past 50 years than in the past 300, if not more.
Oh yeah, the last 20th century.
Yeah, even just since like, yeah, 20th century, we flew up since the 21st. Even so, I mean, back when it was going to go from 1999, the 2K stuff, we thought that everything was,
Y2K?
yeah, Y2K. We thought everything was going to shut off.
Yeah, there were numbers.
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah.
work out.
So compared to, and then it's funny now to think back to then because that's 23 years ago, which is kind of wild.
Different times, man.
We're just getting old, I think.
Yeah, I'm an old piece of crap.
um, it's interesting to me that they restarted with the technology we now have to track aircraft and airspace and monitor all this stuff. That 5 years ago we restart a program without telling anybody to track unidentified stuff in our airspace.
Well, I mean, they've always, like pilots and stuff, they've always talked about seeing odd things, right?
Right.
hmm
And
So it just
always just been like hullabaloo, no one believes you.
to me, you can't just. I don't doubt all these people are actually like. Oh, so here's another interesting thing. 2022, the U.S. Navy confirmed that several videos showing unidentified flying objects are real. They actually have a video here of the footage. Maybe I'll link this page in the description of the video. So if you guys want to check it out, you can. I'm not going to play it like on the screen right now. It's just too much. Um,
The only problem most people have is that people will do literally anything for money,
true.
even lie to this extent. But
fake everything, yeah.
But who has the money to pay him to lie?
well,
What
that's
would-
my thing, right? So even if you did this for publicity and money, right? Like ultimately, if you are proven to be lying, you will go to jail,
Right.
and that'll be the end of you. And he's had a fairly impressive career. I mean, he's decorated. There's no reason for him to do this, but people are people, right?
I mean, yeah. It's quite interesting. So what's our what's our take? Do we think that these extraterrestrial life forms are real? Are we alone, as they say in the universe?
I think that yes, I do think they are out there or here even. But
You're gonna give me just a yes, and I was like, that's good.
no,
I asked two
no,
questions.
no. There's a lot more to that.
All right, go ahead.
Because honestly, if they do exist, that opens a lot of questions and a lot of implications on like there's a lot of things about that, right? So if aliens exist, then people get to debate like I think people often debate religion at that point, which I don't want to get into.
Right.
But you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of other I don't want to say negatives, but like the structure we have as far as society gets questionable because you have your government that would have then been lying to you for. I mean, I expect people to lie to me, but
government's
a
been
long
lying
time.
to us for years, man. Come on.
Oh, yeah, certainly.
Yeah, but they don't usually get proven to be lying to your face, and if they do, it's not something to this magnitude.
I mean, that's true. Anyone out there that thinks the government is taking care of them and not lying to you, please wake up.
If you think that, they're lying to you.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel there, Mongo? Do you think do you agree with those sentiments, or?
Yeah, with all of the, I want to say facts, but the, what's the word I'm looking for? The all of the sightings, all of the, and everything that's been around for hundreds of years more.
The alleged abductions that people experience.
I don't know about.
Can you imagine though if those were all
I don't know
real?
about as far as abductions. I mean, who knows? They could be real or not.
Like all those like people you laughed at, and you're like, "Yeah, look at this fucking guy." You know, like imagine that he was telling the truth. Jesus
Going
Christ!
all the way to ancient pictures, Egyptian pictures of different things that don't look like they're from this planet. I mean,
That's also true. It's amazing to me. It's funny you mentioned the
not
pyramids
just
and
the
the
last
Egyptians and stuff.
90 years, but I mean, this has been going on for hundreds of thousands of years. Different unexplainable stuff throughout history.
Have any of you ever looked up like the different facts about the pyramids and stuff?
Which parts?
So, like the amount of, like the distance they took, where they have figured out that these stones have come from, the size of the stones, as well as how they cut the stones.
I've definitely watched some stuff with. Have you ever heard of Graham Hancock?
I have
No.
not.
I'm not going to go into his accolades, but a lot of people. He's got a lot of interesting theories. But he talks about. I forget what he actually called it, but it was like the one tier in one of the pyramids, right? So you're talking not ground floor, very high up, right? And it
Okay.
had I'd have to look it up. I'm not going to, but you can. I don't care. These like however many of these 80-ton stone pillars, and there was a shit ton of them.
hmm
And it was his statement where he was just like, the only way to get them up there by the way that we say it's done is a ramp, right? That's how they say that they may build a ramp and then they push these
Mhm.
things up manually or with levers or whatever.
Right.
And he goes, to get that many of those things placed where they are that high up, he goes, do you realize how big of a fucking ramp would take to get it up there?
Right.
And his exact words is he goes, a big fucking ramp. That's his answer. A really big fucking ramp, I believe.
Not to mention the precision of how the stones were cut using the ancient tools that they had to do it.
Yeah. So that's
Some people say that they could not duplicate that today.
yeah. That's what I was going to bring up.
Some of the precision in the cuts is just.
Yeah.
Dude,
They had what stone tools back then.
Stone tools, yeah. I mean, they were stone masons at the time, but just the
Rudimentary
antiquate.
tools.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
can't even get a decent looking brick house for Christ's sake these days.
yeah, apparently with the laser technology we have today, we can't even cut as precise as these stones are cut.
hmm
I mean, you're telling me that these guys with a stone pickaxe and a chisel,
Yeah,
like, and
Yeah,
not
I
to
don't know,
mention,
man.
I think like each one of those stones weighs like 5 tons or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's insane. I mean, like, it's not impossible. It's improbable,
Let me see.
right?
Average. I'm gonna look this up. Average weight of the stones in the pyramids. Let's see.
Also,
Yeah.
if that's the way they did it, right? Legitimately, it's like it was just pushed up. Could you imagine being the guy that are like, "Yeah, you're gonna push this rock up there"? And just be like, "Dude, go fuck yourself."
Well, you would need so many people, and that's what they allege. They had so many people, but the average weight of each stone block in the Great Pyramid, right, is 2.3 to 2.5 tons.
yeah.
Some of the blocks
How-
weigh up to 15 tons.
All right, let's just. How much weight do you think you personally could push as a solo individual?
Not much.
Hard to quantify because you don't really do it, but like, let's just guesstimate.
Well, are we talking with pulleys and a ramp and stuff, or just on the ground?
I mean, dude, what pulley are they gonna have going up that fucking tall, man? No,
They had
you're
to
pushing
have-
this shit up a fucking ramp.
I mean, what's the ramp made out of?
I assume also rock or some shit, right?
Did they? I mean, did they have woodworking back then? I'm assuming they
probably.
did, right?
Yeah,
I'm,
they used wood all the time in structures, and
I would think that they would make the
Whatnot.
ramp out of wood.
you've seen them talk about the rollers under the stones, if
That's
that
right.
would work or
They
not,
did have. They do claim they had rollers of some sort.
or if that would even work, or they debunked
What would
that.
you put under that heavy of a rock and roll it upon? More rock, maybe?
Yeah, if they like, I guess, shaped rock to be like round. Either way, that sounds
That's a
exhausting.
lot to swallow either way, yeah.
I'm tired just thinking about it. It's just 2.5 tons though. Like that's a lot of
That's
weight.
almost
It's
5,000
2,000.
pounds.
It's 2,000
Just curious,
pounds
like,
per ton.
how many people
so,
next to you would be
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll push that shit easy.
And they
Right.
5,000 pound stones.
Uphill,
Yeah.
no less, right?
Right, and then not only that, but obviously you have to build the pyramid from the ground up. So imagine being towards the top, you're like, I'm really tired.
Yeah, you guys got this, right? I'm gonna take a break ski.
Yeah. I just, I don't know. There's also the drawings of the stuff flying in the sky, and they didn't have airplanes back then, so
No, nothing at all like that.
Unless these guys had really good drugs.
I mean, they probably did. I feel like drugs were around forever.
Yeah, but I feel like the drugs back then were different. Not like today.
Comparatively to the death dealer drugs we got now, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, that's. I agree with you guys. There's probably intelligent life out there. The universe is just it's just way too big for us to be the only forms
Also,
of
though,
intelligent
if
life.
there is, right, and the government has known or covered up or whatever, like, how pathetic are we that they're like, all right, we can't ever let them know about this shit.
Well, I think part of the issue is there maybe would be mass panic.
Or, I mean, yes, but
Maybe
on
what
the
they're
other tip of that,
afraid
that
of.
could also bring together a unity that the world's not known.
Come on, we know people. Nobody wants unity. People suck.
I just mean, like, let's say that you had an actual alien invasion. At that point, right?
We lose.
That point in time, it's essentially, but you're talking them against all, right? So whether you're from China, America, Russia, even Ukraine, at that point in time, your war, that shit's over.
Right.
Because now we have this war.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by unity.
I mean, that's fair. The thing that's interesting, I don't know if anybody ever saw this, but apparently the surface of Mars is covered in let's see if I could find it real quick.
Red sand? Clearly, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm trying to find. I read a thing a while ago that Mars, the whatever is in the sand and stuff, is only comes from nuclear explosions.
Actually, I think I heard that too. Now that you mentioned
it.
Yeah, and so there's speculation now. Actually, this is an image. When is this image from? That's not telling me. Actually, it looks like there's a mushroom cloud on Mars in this image that they have, I guess. But there's speculation that there was a nuclear war on Mars in the past, and that's why the planet is covered in whatever substance it is. Which they are speculating, like, was that like an alien type of war?
I mean, they'd have to actually find more tangible evidence for. I mean, that's a big statement. So.
Right. I mean, it's just speculation, because obviously we have been trying to get to Mars now. I mean, we've not sent people there, but they're trying to get that colony started there for whatever reason.
Would you live on Mars, dude?
I think I'm all right here.
I mean, if there's less traffic, I'm going to Mars.
I don't think that it's really going to be about traffic, brother. I think it's going to be about trying to survive.
Oh, I know. Is there any dream patch on Mars?
You could bring some.
No, I'm not going them.
You really didn't like this one, huh?
I know it's one of the best beers I've ever had.
All right.
What?
Well, you get to pick the next one, so.
That's a terrible choice.
I'm probably going to regret it. I mean,
yeah, you are.
Me and Mongo
I'm
are probably
gonna find
both
the worst shit I can find on the planet, and I'm gonna tell you how amazing it was. Gold Star.
That'd be funny.
That's what's happening.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, you're more than welcome to do what you want. I'm gonna give my honest opinion of it.
Yes, awesome.
This week, Pabst Blue Ribbon. That's what's coming.
I don't know if you guys have tried this beer before. It's called Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Might be the best champagne of beer I've ever had.
Your redneck neighbor might have some in his fridge right now. Go check it out. That would be funny.
It's actually not as bad as people say.
I
Not good.
mean,
It's not as bad.
It's good.
It's a typical beer, you know.
It's just a good
what are you
drinking beer and not quality, but
not quality, not quality.
I mean, not-
quality. Let me
it's
get
not a
another
craft.
12 to 13 of these in me.
I mean,
it's not a craft beer. It's just
yes, we are focusing on craft beers. We should elaborate there. 'Cause-
How dare you imply Pabst is not a craft beer?
Oh, it was crafted. It's crafted, all right.
Master crafted even.
mass produced.
Pabst, if you ever want to sponsor me, I will be your spokesman.
You're gonna get sponsored by Pabst.
That'd be awesome. Just redneck style, wearing a fucking hat.
And some overalls.
Some, yeah. Could you imagine? You're just wearing some overalls.
Excuse me, I gotta take a little mute sesh. I'll be back.
Okay. So, for everybody that enjoyed the podcast, give us a subscribe, like the video. Leave some comments about topics you want us to cover in the future because we have a bunch of ideas, but I'd be curious to see what the general public wants to hear, you know?
It'd be great.
I don't know. What are you feeling for the next one there, Mongo? What should we cover? What do you think's good? You want to do some ghost stories, or you want to do something else?
We could delve into the paranormal.
The paranormal. Ooh.
The paranormal.
Exciting
It's
stuff. As
always
yes.
been popular, yes.
I mean, yeah.
I have returned.
Oh,
I
welcome
missed.
back. We're just
Mongo,
talking
do you
about
have
what
good
we're going to do
insights
for
or
the
what?
next one.
Always.
No.
Well, like I said, subscribe, like the video, leave some comments about what you want us to talk about in the next one, what you guys are interested in. Ask us questions. I'll try and respond to any and all comments that I get. If there's things about WoW you want us to talk about, give us beer suggestions to try. And then we'll...
Did I come back here for the end?
You are here for the end, yes.
Oh, shit.
Yes, just in time.
Give us some suggestions. If you suggest bad beers to us, though, we are going to light you up.
Like Dream Patch. Do not recommend me Dream Patch ever again, or I will fucking ban you from this channel.
That's fantastic.
Just kidding. It's not my channel. I'm sure you'll probably make me drink this garbage again.
Yeah, no, you're definitely... I think you're going to have to drink Dream Patch every time just by yourself.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, this was Blammer's first and only appearance on the podcast.
Your punishment.
Ski, you're now co-host. Enjoy. I gotta go.
That's good stuff. All right, that's it for episode 1 of The Meeting Stone. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Hope you all enjoyed.
And if you're a tank, come join me in these keys, goddammit.